Welcome to this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. This is my weekly video where I take a look at the top 3 comics I am looking forward to reading when it comes to New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day this week is January 11th, 2023. If you are new to my channel, hey, check out the description of this video below and you'll see all the comics that I'm planning on picking up this week when it comes to New Comic Book Day Wednesday. But first, let's take a look at my top 3 choices coming up for this week. Coming in at number 3 this week is going to be Star Wars: The High Republic, issue number 4. The reason this made it onto my list this week is because the first couple issues of the new Phase 2 High Republic series, it was really kind of slow. They were introducing some of the new characters and I was starting to lose interest. And then last issue, issue 3, they left it on a cliffhanger. They gave a little more background on some of the characters and it kind of came alive. And it has been a really good read now. They kind of connected the dots, I guess, more than anything else. So this issue number 4, I'm actually really looking forward to. I believe with Phase 1, they did 1 year's worth of titles. I think they made it up to like issue 15. So we're still probably another 10 issues out before the final conclusion with these new characters, but it's an interesting story. They're on the planet Jeddah. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know what planet that is. And there's some things going missing from the Jedi Temple, and it seems like they have to figure out what's going on. So there's a little bit of a mystery story in the background, but you also get to see the interaction between some of these new characters. So it's a fun read, and I would recommend checking it out if you are a Star Wars fan. And coming in at number 2 this week is going to be Predator, issue number 6 from Marvel Comics. If you haven't read the new Predator series yet, I would recommend picking it up in trade, if not grabbing these back issues. I have to say that it is very well written and it's a really good take on the Predator universe, the Predator story. I've seen the Predator movies. I haven't actually caught the last 2. I've heard Prey was really good and haven't seen it yet. But I have read several of the Predator titles, comics titles previously, and I have to say this is really well done. It kind of revolves around a girl who becomes a woman, and the girl, while she's a girl, her parents are murdered by a predator, and she makes it her lifelong goal to find that specific predator and take him out. And you have a series of adventures that are written into these 6 issues, and from what I understand, the 6th issue is the conclusion. So we'll see what happens when it comes out this week. And if you are a fan of Predator, I would recommend checking it out. But like I said again, it'll probably be out in trade soon as well. Either way, it's a good story. At number 1 this week is Mindset, put out by Vault Comics, written by Zach Kaplan. If you have watched my channel before, Zach Kaplan's comics almost always make it into my top 3. They are one of my favorite reads. He's essentially mostly focused on writing sci-fi stories into comics, and I have liked all of the comics he has written so far that I've read. And to be honest, if you go back and watch my top comics of 2022, Mindset, this comic, is in the top 10 for the entire year last year. So I would recommend going over and checking out my video if you want to see more about that. But this issue 6 is the conclusion to the series Mindset, and I am definitely looking forward to it, and that is why it is number 1 on my list for this week. I would like to see how we're going to wrap up the story, which revolves around an app that these guys out in Silicon Valley created, and they were able to use this app to implement mind control on people who use the app around the globe. And you start to get this really amazing artwork from John Pearson that plays into the story about mind control, and they work together so well. It's a really well written story with amazing art, and though that combination makes the title alone worth reading, the extra concepts and thoughts to ponder from this comic are also even something else that makes it such a good comic. If you haven't read Mindset, go pick it up. It's really worth reading. Thanks again for watching the Pull List Examiner. If you have not yet watched my 2022 top 10, please go click on that link and watch that video. If you would like to watch more content from me, make sure you click subscribe, like, and click the notification bell. And like I said earlier, if you want to see all the comics that I'm picking up this week, you can check out the description of the video below and you'll see my entire pull list. Remember to read them, bag them, and board them, and we'll see you next time on the Pull List Examiner. Thanks for watching.